I'm laughing out of it. It's really fun. Okay, so we can go to... There's the relay. We also need to go to Scylla. Where's Roseway? Ah, Roseway's on Terra 2. Well, that's interesting. Because we left whatchamacallit on Terra 2. So maybe it's just better to go back to here. I'm in the base game at the moment, but I do have both expansions. But they're not during the base game, they're both after. And I don't know if they're if like if they're ordered or if you can do either, like if they're completely separate. But you need to have completed the base game. I think you can make a character and just jump in. But I'm playing through, so I have to wait until after I finish to do it. Okay, so we go to Roseway, and then we'll see what's happening. Oh, okay, an idyllic terrestrial planet. Halliston's wealthiest elite live in the capital Byzantium. Okay, so there must be... We had, whatchamacallit, Edgewater or Illwater or whatever it was. So there must be a bunch of different places on Terra 2. Yeah, so the expansions don't interact with the base like some DLC for some games does, so you can always get through the base game and then decide. Thanks, Mumble. Yeah, I finally left the house last week, so felt good. Alright, let's go to here. Yeah, Edgewater. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Roseway landing pad. Ah. If we go there. Interesting. Alright, let's do a round trip.
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Can we land? She's like, no, we're not going to land. Why would I land?
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Well, how do I... Oh, right.
Stay safe out there.
Transition to Roseway landing pad. Okay, yep. Well, let's have a quick snooze first. Eat something. Let's put that down. I'm a type of skill. Oh man, long guns +5 is pretty good. It suits us a bit better than the thing, but that helps us lie a bit better. But either way, I think that's better. It's 9 armor instead of 3, and it gives us plus long guns, which is... Well, that's an engineering +15. That could be something to use quickly if we've got an engineering check. Just be like, hang on, let me just put my engineering glasses on. Alright, Severo. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Appreciate the games as well. See you tomorrow. Okay, so this is Roseway. Insert captain's identification cartridge to initiate remote landing. How do I get a captain's identification cartridge for a remote landing? I wonder if I run... I wonder if that means if I was able to run to Edgewater, if it would come down here. Alright, we need the Roseway quests. There's a distress signal. What is this quest? Oh, it's no, it's not the fast travel. It's they're the quests that I have to get on my ship to go to. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna go down from here. I love the Panz leaf. So staircase here. Vending machines. Oh wow, we've got lots of money. So I want to buy drink and food. But only drink that counts as frozen dinners. How are we doing on the for the most part, we're doing okay, but I'm worried if we don't have drink more than food. Because we have tea. It's a caffeine drink as well. Where's the regular? I don't want brew. Energy brews. Energy's fine and water's fine. Definitely want all the water. Oh, and actual water? Not just dehydrated water. Actual water's good. Tobacco corn. Baked beans. Wow, okay, that's a lot. Oh, a rifle. Okay, we got another hunting rifle. It's not as good as ours. Hunting rifle TNL, but having two... What's that? I wonder if it just needs a mod to be the same as ours. How do I compare it? Level 2. It says damage 66. Oh, it is the same as ours. Okay, so we could put the modifications on it. And that way... Okay, so what has this got? It's just got the extra magazine size and a stagger, right? Whereas that one's okay as a replacement. Okay, so what I'm going to do, just for quality of life, I'm going to loot the stuff here. But before we move on, I'm going to go back into the ship and save. Before we head out to the wild. Because I don't want to have to do that at the vending machine again. I wonder if I can sell. Is there a sell option? think we've only got actual food because we weren't able to loot much since then. Okay, so we have a good amount of food and drink. Bottle of punch just sitting there, which is what you need in when you have thirst and hunger meters. Speaking of hunger meters, I'm actually starting to feel hungry, which is good because I haven't felt hungry for a while, and I don't eat if I usually. I mean, I usually eat well, probably a little too well. But I am known to miss meals if I'm preoccupied and I don't feel hungry. And I've missed a few meals recently in a row and haven't felt hungry. So I'm like, well, if I'm not hungry, I probably don't need to eat. But now I'm feeling hungry, so that's good. Although, generally, if you get to the stage by the time you're feeling hungry, that's probably bad. But it's nice to know my body's still going to tell me when I've been irresponsible. I'm like hearing noises or something freaking out. I'm waiting for some alien creature to come running around and just rip me in half. What is that? Evicted. Locked.
Please, clear the roadway. Obstruction of commerce is punishable by a fine of no less than 10,000 bits.
Alright, time to get punished. Are you ready for punish?
Warning. Pathing obstruction.
Did that do any damage to it? Yes. There's another one up there.
Organic materials detected on roadway. Please ensure mechanisms are free of gristle.
I'm freaking out now. Okay. Oh. Loot? I mean, loot is good. Can I get up in there? I don't think so. So I'm guessing Big Daddy Raptidon was in this building. An old journal data running from the odds you found your way back here. Sorry I wasn't here to see you. The mimics out of town, also don't know where they're going. Hoping wherever it is, they've got a lab as nice as Roseway's, where we're going to do some work. Real science once. Don't know why they're moving us. Don't know if we'll see each other again. And Dad, do me a favour and burn this journal. I'm not allowed to even mention the name Roseway. As far as corporate's concerned, the town never existed. I don't want to get in trouble. Okay, we might need to come back and find this after doing a quest bit. Unless it remembers that we found it.
Delays in loading due to commerce obstruction will be deducted from all staff pay. Employee, you have been fined an additional 200 bits for commerce obstruction. Please collect
The robot's calling this giant raptidon an employee. Okay. So it looks like this outside bit got attacked.
Please clear the roadway. Obstruction of commerce is punishable by a fine of no less than 10,000 bits.
I guess the question is there just one? Do I want to go for those bodies? Well, I kind of do, and it does look like there's only one. Loot is loot. Whoa. Okay, so it turns out that there was 4, which kind of makes sense if that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it's similar. We got spit on a bunch. We did get the big guy down. There's 3. And we damaged 1 a lot, but it ran off and it probably full healed. Okay, that's the that's a mauler. So there was 2 maulers.
Warning.
Oh, dude, scared the crap out of me. Alright, still says we're doing 7 full damage. Wait. Oh, that's a different thing. Okay. Where is it? So there's 1 spitter and a mauler left. Just gotta outrun the mauler, which is fine.
Organic materials detected on roadway. Please ensure mechanisms are free of gristle.
This guy might be 4 shots as well. And he's over at these bodies, so... Now there might have only been 3, and maybe we just didn't kill him the first time. But we got... Why's our dexterity down? Because we're thirsty. Okay. I want I want long guns more. I want to get my persuade up. Although getting to a lie and intimidation check at 50 is probably reasonable, since we're going to go like full, we can sort of read any situation. So the lie is probably something we want to get there. And we want to get that scramble happening as well. And terrified creature on intimidate. So I think getting both those to 60 is something we want to do. So let's dialogue up. And then we'll start pushing lie to 60. And as far as perks, walk speed's nice, sprint speed's good too, companion crit doesn't matter, science weapon magazine doesn't matter, damage per floor but we don't have floors, base armor's okay, ammo stock not a big deal, carry capacity's nice, the tactical time dilation recharge rate's good, XP vendor prices doesn't matter, XP from companion kills doesn't do anything. So I think the tactical time dilation recharge gets us that back a bit sooner. I like that. Alright, now we definitely have 2 of these green skin loot. We need to be careful because I got to watch out that since we're walking forward, there's a green. I think that's the robot. Oh man, we can't get the meat off it? Why can't I harvest meat? There's 1 red one. Or 2 meat. Okay, here's the bodies. Oh, they don't have anything. Oh. Well, I mean, we leveled up, so kind of worth. I say worth. And we got our ammo back, and
delays in loading due to commerce obstruction will be deducted from all staff pay. Employee, you have been fined an additional 200 bits for commerce obstruction. Please collect your ticket.
okay.
Clear the roadway. Obstruction of commerce is punishable by a fine of
I don't think it's from these Raptalon attacks either. So there's going to be some story about why Rosewater has been sort of erased from the map of history, I guess. Some sort of scandal. We all like a scandal, don't we? Dude, loot extravaganza. Now, the question is, will the doors open? Looks like they will. Burke. I wonder if he did the we encumbered now? Break it down. Doo-doo-doo. .24 by 8 on the tactical shotgun.
I done had enough of this shit. I'm just the fucking tarmac guard. No one said nothing about fighting no raps.
What happened here?
Alarms went off, raps broke loose, and I hightailed it in here to get a wall between me and them beasts.
Can you tell me who's in charge?
Scientist, name of Anton Crane. Someone said he's panicking inside the comm center.
What are you doing outside?
What do you think? I'm the landing pad guard. I was standing out on the fucking tarmac. Hell of a job until all this. Anything else you'd like to know?
Did you send a distress call?
Distress call? From here? Shit. They told me that weren't allowed.
Wait, why not?
Got me. I just do what I'm told, and I was told not to do such.
Fair enough. Oh, he had more things to say. Okay.
Oh, before I forget. Auntie Cleo's makes the best pharmaceuticals in Halcyon. Better than nature. Not like that crap Spacer's Choice pedals.
Before I forget, I love it. He had,
What can I do you for?
he had one of the options was to talk about the raptors. There we go, yeah. Did you have them caged
Forget
up?
I said anything about that.
What can you tell me about them?
Wish they tasted like Sissy Pig. That was good eating.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go to Outer Worlds and get a Sisty Pig McMuffin for breakfast. What do they taste like?
Some say chicken. I say the north end of a southbound woolly cow. Anything else you'd like to know?
Yeah,
Oh, before I
yeah, thanks, buddy. Alright, so we'll have a look around, I guess. Get loot. Oh, I don't want to steal. That dude's an honest dude. I mean, we'll kill someone and we'll lie to them, but we're honest. Gotta RP the way you want to RP. Although, I don't understand why that's stealing when there's, I don't know if I want to be walking in here. When they're like, this is like a broken down town, and there's like an ammo crate around the side, and it's considered stealing. And that last bit of meat made us encumbered. Are Sisty Pigs made of cysts? No, they're just covered in cysts. They're like giant boar, and they're, yeah, covered in cysts. Like big bulbous cysts all over their back and head and face, you know, and legs. Well, it's probably still bacon, right? Just, you know, with cysts. I mean, you never know. The cysts, like, you might be able to pop them. Maybe you can turn that into some sort of bacon sauce. Who knows? Ah, so we've got a carry weight of 100, but it was down to 80 because one of our 3 survival things was low. So the penalty was lower carry weight, which meant at 84 we were over. Sup?
Ah, outlaws, I assume.
No.
Do me a favor and let me finish this, will you? And then make it quick, please.
Dude, I'm not here to kill you. Yeah, what are you talking? I'm not here to kill you.
Oh, you aren't with the outlaws? Who are you then?
I'm here to help. Someone sent out a distress call.
Oh, well, good luck. Now, if you got the carpet in here, it's just a matter of... Orson.
You're not sleeping tonight? You shouldn't have asked.
Of course, because...
I can show you one. The scientist seems to have forgotten you're there.
Of course, that's we're gonna get this solved. I mean, it's really not enough. I'm going to.
Hello.
Oh, you're still here. If you haven't already, you might speak to Anton. He can point you in the right direction. Now, if you got the carbon in here, it's just a matter of... Orson,
They just look like yeah, ugly boars.
Of course,
but no more gross than a real boar.
We're gonna...
Who are you anyway?
I am Orson Shaw, Chief Behavioral Scientist. I was brought in to study the Raptidons. I was to ensure that, should a problem arise, our team is adequately equipped to deal with them.
Oh, what'd you learn? It seems like a waste of time. Just shoot them. Yeah.
They are insatiably hungry, absolutely impossible to control in any fashion, and indeed appear to be powered entirely by hate. No amount of studying will enable us to control them, or even slightly sate their aggression.
Awesome. So your research amounted to nothing then, right? And now they're
Not
loose.
Not quite. We are now acutely aware of their weaknesses. Bullets through the head.
The head. I never would have thought of that.
Now, that may seem like an obvious conclusion, but believe it or not, some creatures' brains are not in their heads.
Fair,
now,
fair.
Got the carbon in here. It's just a matter.
But, you know, if you shoot their head off,
Just put it...
you're probably okay
Of course,
position.
because I didn't...
And my hunting rifle has a tendency of shooting, you know, other enemies' heads off.
We're gonna get this solved.
What are you doing there?
What does it look like? I'm preparing a personal defense device. Or trying to, anyway.
Need a hand?
No. Well, yes. Well, no. Perhaps. I left schematics in our storage facility. As far as I know, the security commander hasn't found them yet. I admit I'd feel better were they returned to me.
Okay. I'll see what I can find.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have a tube of thermal paste on you, would you?
No.
Blast. Well, good luck.
There's vending
I hope I see
machines,
you
though,
back
up
here
near
in
the
one
ship,
piece.
so we could look for thermal paste. Yeah, why is that stealing?
The ventilation shaft runs from the bottom of the lab to the top of the hill, over the garage.
Top of the hill's Raptidon territory. Sit down.
I don't need to do it myself. I can stay here if you
Why am
want.
I encumbered now? Oh, I must have a carry weight of 80. And maybe I used something that gave me a
I
perk.
told you, you're staying put.
You're not listening. We can stop this.
Only thing stopping them beasts is high caliber kinetics.
If we close the vent shaft, we can contain them.
I don't think you're supposed to be wandering around. Security's going to tell you to make tracks. Want to
Isn't the
treat yourself
definition of the
before you
head
go?
the part that holds the brain?
Something for the road, maybe?
Maybe in most of the animals we know. But these are alien life forms. Or maybe in some animals, do we know if any animals the head? Because maybe the head's just what holds the, I don't know, the nose and eyes and mouth. Not necessarily the brains, like at the top of the skull. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, let me see what you're selling.
Annie Cleo makes the best pharmaceuticals in Halcyon.
Alright, we can sell some stuff, because I've got too much stuff. We can... Wow, okay, food. I got stuff that isn't food I want to get rid of. Yeah. Sell junk. We didn't have much junk. Let's get rid of that. Coffee drink. Coffee drink's fine. It's alcohol. Meat-based health, coffee drink. Oh, we can just eat the Raptidon meat. Nice as food. Okay, so food's good for a while. Get rid of that. Got a lot of these mod slots as well. We should probably put those somewhere. Increased range weapon skill. Huh. They probably don't weigh that much. Half a kilo each. Can I take this? I don't need it. Stop being greedy, Panz. Oh, we can talk to her again?
Did security talk?
You seem eager to get rid of me.
I don't really know you. Roseway's supposed to be closed off to visitors. Stands to reason you could be a corporate spy of some sort.
Maybe.
Then again, there's nothing in my contract that says I can't sell the corporate spies. Your bits are the same as anybody else's.
That's right. Okay, got time for some questions?
Sure. Not like I get many customers.
Okay. Plan of serving Auntie Cleo products.
Can't say I do. Annie Cleo products satisfy all of our nutritional needs. At least they used to. My folks filled their whole pantry with all sorts of Annie Cleo products. These days, we don't get much in the way of variety. Maybe some tripicale pasta or some ketchup if we're lucky. I hear it's like that all over the colony. We eat what we can get, and we don't get much.
Why is this place called the 17th Bar?
I'm so glad you asked. Some people say the name refers to the 17 rungs in Auntie Cleo's official
Please tell me
ladder
because
of
the
corporate
first 16 got
advancement.
blown up.
These people
Or
are
something
wrong.
like that, you know? Like,
Truth is, we've been established, closed down, renamed, reestablished, and then reopened a grand total of 17 times in the last 40 years.
right.
Corporate's still deliberating over a new name. The matter remains hotly contested in committee, but we're expecting a decision within the next 5 to 7 years.
Yes.
Exciting times.
So there'll be like the 21st bar by then?
Technically, I'm not in business at all. Roseway closed down years ago. Corporate still sends us the occasional shipment of necessities through unofficial back channels. Of course, if something goes wrong, like one of our guards drinking himself to an early grave or Raptidons running wild, Corporate won't acknowledge we ever existed.
Doesn't sound like a good life. Alright. She ain't got much to offer. Doorway there.
The vent shafts are how the Raptidons are
Chicken.
We are experiencing a security event, sir and/or madam. Please vacate the premises immediately and return to your domicile or designated workplace.
Don't worry about it. I'm here to help you.
You are? But corporate never told me they were sending a fixer. Nobody tells me nothing.
This place looks like a mess. What happened?
I have strict orders not to talk about anything that happens in a classified area. Please remember that Anti-Cleo Pharmaceuticals is not responsible for any loss of life or grievous
Okay, so
physical
this is an
injury
anti-Cleo
sustained
town.
while on company premises.
Edgewater was a Spacer's Choice town. And they're both kind of crap. What do you do around here?
I am not allowed to disclose the details of my contract. If you are unhappy with the quality of my work, please submit a complaint to Anti-Cleo's Department of Employee Conduct.
You said this place was a classified area?
Roseway Lab is a highly classified facility. I am not allowed to confirm or deny its alleged existence.
But we're here. Like, hang on.
Questioning authority is the most common symptom of seditious hysteria, sir.
I do like sometimes like that where there's a couple dialogue options and if you don't take the right one, maybe you don't get an extra question in, or you only get limited questions before they shut down dialogue, because it feels more natural. You know, not I'm just going to pick all the dialogue tree because I can. So I always appreciate that in a game where, you know, one of the introductory questions, like you introduce, then you get one question to pick off the tree.
She's okay, but Lunsford has the highest rate of foot goals per game.
But if you cross-reference with the skills of the opposing team...
Workbench is good. Oh, I need to see if there was thermal paste. Unless thermal paste is not a thing in the game.
I got 500 bits on the Darlings taking the finals this year.
Should the other options have a timer? No, because you don't get timers, right? I think a timer in a game is one of those where you need to respond, otherwise the person's leaving. Like maybe if they ask you a question, and the timer is until they come to their own conclusion. I personally don't like those because I like to play out games at my own pace. You know, but I appreciate them as a mechanic because they kind of make sense, right? But just standard other dialogue things, and I think if you're going to do that where you only give limited options to do certain dialogue, the best way is just to have players explore it. You know, it definitely feels more RPG, where you know you do only get to question the way you would normally question someone. don't think thermal paste is a thing. A cooldown for other options opening. It depends. Like, if you mean like walk away from the person, then come back and talk to them and go, hey, by the way, then maybe. Right? But sometimes if a person in a game is just done with you because you asked them something and they're like, I don't want to talk about this anymore, maybe they just shut down completely. But sometimes, yeah, like if they say, look, I'm really busy now, if they're not busy later, then you should be able to talk to them again.
I don't have time for this.
You picked a hell of a day to visit. I'm Vaughn.
Yeah, hypnotize skill, totally.
Dr. Vaughn Cortez. But just Vaughn's fine, really.
Where were you when the outlaws attacked?
Over in the main labs. I rabbited back here when I realized I was hearing gunshots, not blown fuses. We've been cooped up in here, I don't know, hours? Too long. I have to get back to work.
No job's worth dying for.
Dr. Crane might say otherwise. Me? When those guys started shooting the place up, I was first out the door. I had to leave an experiment running at the lab. Something I've been working on a long while. Something that could really get me ahead. Know what I mean?
I'm likely headed that way. Anything I can do?
I've been extracting organic compounds from raptidons. Compounds that have, benefits.
Benefits?
In certain social situations. Personal situations. Where you might want to, enhance your charisma.
Don't know what you're talking about. My, my talkie's through the roof. You're gonna... Fascinating, I'm sure. You're gonna have to tell me where I'm going.
Sure. Of course. Our lab's south of here, down the road. Not the old public lab, the one past that, built into the mountainside.
Second... Okay, why are there two labs?
The newer lab is built for, more sensitive work. We mostly use the old lab for storage these days.
Okay, second lab down the road, and when I get there...
My equipment's in the lower levels, way in the back. I have a big room all to myself. Dissection tables and whatnot.
Okay.
I should have been running this whole time. Just grab the results and bring them here.
Alright, I'll head up there and keep an eye out.
Great! This is really gonna save my ass.
Alright, so he had more stuff
Any
as well.
news? On that thing we spoke about? You know, that thing?
Before that, I had a question.
Lay it on me.
You work in the labs?
As little as possible. I mean, yeah. I'm staff. Endocrinologist. We've been studying a load of raptidons hauled in from Monarch.
Roseway seems pretty run down.
It was like that when we got here. I heard it had been shut down for years. But the toilet's flush and the roof doesn't leak. Much.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's leaking right now. What's your company doing here?
Ask Dr. Crane. All I know is my bit, analyzing the raptidon
Crane,
equivalent of hormones.
Fraser?
Mostly they're leptin analogs. Raptidons have 4 different varieties. Concentrations vary based on the season.
Not enough science. You want to explain what leptin analogs are?
Leptin's a hormone. Basically tells us we're not hungry. I don't know why they're interested in it. Dr. Crane probably does.
I got something else? I don't know if we have something
Hey,
else.
whatever.
Wait, I just remembered something I wanted to ask.
I've had days like that.
Actually, never mind.
Want to talk about peptides? I've got, like, amazing stories about cortistatin.
I just remembered I wanted to leave. Anton Crane. Big boss man.
If you've come to end my life, let's be on with it. Oh, not actually one of them, are you?
Nope. No. Did you send the distress call?
Yes. Anton Crane, lead scientist here. I must apologize if my call diverted you. I may have panicked. Everything's under control now, though, truth be told.
Not from where I'm standing. What are you hiding?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the nature of the work I'm doing here. Suffice it to say that its importance to me, to the colony, is immeasurable.
Like, cancel the distress call.
My research may not quite fall within legal parameters, so I'm under orders to maintain wireless silence. However, having your head used as target practice can addle one's thinking. I cut the call
As it does.
immediately once I'd gathered my wits. The Home Office can't know what's happening here.
Alright, let's see. Tell me what you're actually doing here. I'll let them notify myself.
I suppose it can't hurt. If I don't get that research back, my life is over regardless. We were tasked with formulating a new and improved dental gel.
New or improved? Okay, like,
One cannot exaggerate the benefits of good dental hygiene. May I continue?
please do. Only if you'd like me to punch you in the throat. We just cut to the chase. I love it.
While doing research on enzymes specific to the raptidon's digestive system, we developed an additive which we subsequently discovered to be the most effective appetite suppressant ever.
You can couch it however you like. It's still just toothpaste. Diet toothpaste? What?
Not just any diet toothpaste. The ultimate diet toothpaste.
And it's not worth your life. I wouldn't care if it was ultimate rocket fuel. What do you need from me?
Hours ago, a group of vicious malcontents fell upon us, shot up our labs, and loosed our research subjects, the raptidons. If those cretins get their hands on my research, well, they'll need not kill me.
Okay, remove the cretins, retrieve the research, check. You want I should handle your raptidon problem? Or tell him he's over dramatic?
Yes, but don't kill their mother if it's avoidable.
Okay.
We've need of her to replenish our stocks. I think there's gas in the lab somewhere that can be used to put them out. The research is in the safe in my office. You'll have need of my code and keycard. The lab's entrance is in the side of a hill. You can't miss it if you just follow the road. You'll pass by the town's original... by the Grand Architect. Jameson. He's in the old lab.
Who's Jameson?
My protege. I sent him to retrieve some metabolic precursors, and I forgot him.
Some protege. Alright. I'll find him.
That would surely lighten the weight on my conscience, as I am held to account for the well-being of every scientist here. Too many have been lost. Too many black marks against my name, as it were. And far too much paperwork.
And all you care is how it affects you. I don't believe their lives mean nothing more than paperwork. No.
I'll thank you not to mistake my ambition for callousness.
No, I'll mistake your callousness for callousness. No. You must see how one could do exactly that. What should I make it for? Mistake it for compassion?
If my colleagues refuse to take their lives seriously, why should I? All they do is complain. They refuse to see the opportunity afforded us here.
You just wanted to hear you admit that you're a heartless bastard. Thanks. You can see why people might think you're callous though, can't you?
I understand I can come off as manipulative and ego-driven. It's something I've always been forced to contend with.
Been forced to contend with it. because I like the upside of being ego-driven and manipulative. I guess I'll just have to take your word for it. What a jerk. Now, where are we? Oh, we're in there. Okay. So I don't know what that is. But that's a different... That's the one in the mountain. Alright, so what we're definitely going to want to do is put a save up. So let's fast travel back to the ship. I can put these weapon mods in our workshop maybe. We'll sort out our sleep, hunger, and thirst. And then head on out.
This is my favorite room. It's so spacious.
I need a storage here, maybe. Actually, can we... Alright. Okay, let's repair that. Modify. This has magnum size, and weapon range. Plus 25. That has the weapon range plus 25. So I just need the magnum. I think it's an electrocution one. Can you only have... What happens if I go... That's a site mod. Oh, you get one magazine. No, you can have two. Okay. So give that one. The current one will be destroyed. Okay, so you either get extra thing or... Extra bullets or zappy bullets? Huh, I wonder what I want. Extra or zappy? I mean, zappy seems good. Extra bullets. We don't often use all the bullets. Maybe I should have zappy in both of them. Alright, and then I want to also... So that's that one. With range. Let's get that one instead of size. Okay, so we have two hunting rifles that are the same. So if one of them gets damaged, I can use the other one. Let's get 6 hours sleep. Alright, and then we'll eat and drink. Let's have some fish sticks. And drink some... That's bread noodles. What's this? Tarmac and cheese. I need a drink. It's going to be fake water. Caffeine drink kind of counts, but let's go water. That's water tablets or pure water. I'm not going to need that. Let's break that down. Alright, so we'll save that up. Okay, so we can take a floor if we want the perk point. Food, you can't stop yourself from eating even food that's bland or horrid flavored. Not eating often enough will cause withdrawals. Food addiction withdrawal dexterity is exception. No, I don't want the perk points will come enough. I don't want to take floors. Let's just save that there. Let's also get a manual save. Okay. So we want to run back to Roseway and then out the other side, I believe. I wonder if we can go around that way. I'm going to go with a no. Well... that looks like a no. Looks very much like a no. Well, and we're looking the wrong way. I can't see, there's a tree in the way. Yeah, it's a no. Alright. So there's things along the way. I think if we do them in order, we should be able to safely make it through.
Warning.
The key is going to be, can we do it in one loop? If we can do it in one loop, that'd be great. If there's a death somewhere after we've done a reasonable amount of work, we'll do that bit again and then save and go back and do the other bit. It's that not knowing, because obviously we don't want to have to run down every time. It's not that far to run down though. But you don't know what's around the corner, so... Okay, so there's the problem, is that the raptors are just here. And they are not happy. By the looks of it. Well, where's your head, dude? Okay, so there's 3, 4 even. We started going that way. It makes me think it might actually be better to go, safer to go that way. I wonder if it's better to do this without alerting the raptors. Like maybe we don't have to shoot them all. So here's an issue, is that we're about to fire a gun and it could bring a lot of these to us. We might not have to kill the sentry bot, but I don't want to leave it floating around. The other thing too is killing things gives experience. Experience gives levels, which makes it easier to kill things. There's like a dirt road path here. You can't... I wonder if it's like... Doesn't actually look like it's going anywhere on here on the map. Where does that go? Well, let's ramp up to the back. I wonder if that leads up the top into there somewhere, like to another entrance. Oh wow, there's 2 sentries. Okay, well, if the things weren't coming now before, they're not coming now. Like that was a lot of bullets. We might need to level up our gun, maybe. Oh man, seriously. Panz, why are we always encumbered, Panz? Panz! $22 armor? Persuade? We don't need that, we're going to have enough persuade. What did I just pick up that was so heavy? Lots of stuff. I wish I could have left... I probably could have left that somewhere back home. I guess we're just going to be encumbered. Because Panz is bad at inventory management. But I should use storage on the ship, I think. Next time we go back to the ship, I'm just going to have to put a lot of food and stuff there. If you steal by accident, well, okay, there's no saves. Like you can only save on the ship, so you'd have to reload back there. It only affects you if someone sees you stealing, and you're not friendly with the faction. Okay, something is shooting at these guys. And we're getting the kill steal. Oh, I like that. But this character I'm playing as is not a thief. So we're not stealing. We take stuff that's available, that's, you know, just lying around. But we don't steal from people. And because I like to RP my RPGs, because that's the RP in RPG. And some people don't. Some people just want to sort of play it for what benefits them as a player the most. And that's cool, right? That's how you choose to play how you want to play games. So if I play a thieving guy that is going to just steal everything, we try to steal everything. If I play... I think they're playing this guy is fairly, you know, egotistical. Probably because of his immense amount of charm. We'd like to think we could just talk our way around things and stuff. So we don't need to steal. Yeah. And even though as a player we know we've got to look around for loot, I'm kind of only sort of doing that, you know, as a character. We're looking around for stuff. But if we're in an area where we know the stuff doesn't belong to us, rocket propel the RPGs, that's it. You know, if we're in a location where we know the stuff doesn't belong to us, and that's indicated in the game by this... It'd be stealing. We just don't take it. We're not interested, even if there's no one in the room to catch us. It's not our jam.
System up.
Man, encumbered is bad. We're in this building. What do we need to do here? Buy steps. Okay, we just got to check on dude. Alright. You like role playing? Sadly dying trend. Used to be muds full of role players. Yeah, well I think a lot of the a lot of the need to role play got replaced by you didn't need the dice, like, because dice roll combat sucks, right? Let's be honest. So what's left is the RP stuff in roleplay games. Muds were really good when... Well, they still are really good. But from a video game point of view, when you can have action combat, you know, you don't need to RP, you just play and meta game and beat everything. I think that's how a lot of people play the games, is it's not about playing as the character, it's just about beating the final boss. And usually the best way to do that is by taking all the loot that you can find, whether it's stealing or not, and whether you've rolled a character that is a thief. You know, and metagaming a lot of the situations. Oh man. Oh, can I shut that door? Where did everyone go? Oh, that's kind of poop that they got rid of that. They're not fighting each other either. Oh. Cool. The elemental based damage. Yeah, I've got an electro mod on my rifle. I know there's the, what is it called? Nano N gun. Is this N-Ray? N-Ray. That's this game, N-Ray. And I'm guessing these guys had a poison just then. Most monsters weak to plasma, robots weak to shock. That makes sense. If I could have two different rifles, which I have, but if I had two different mods, that could help. Random random stuff. How do I keep my mic from picking up audio from speakers and creating a loop? My speakers don't point at my microphone. And I'm using I think it's coinoidal setting on my microphone so that it only picks up sounds directly in front of it. Right? Whereas our ears pick up sounds from a lot of directions. So I can hear my speakers. And sometimes some sound goes through the microphone, but it's very low. But yeah, the biggest one is that my speakers are facing, so my microphone's facing that way, or let's say directly that way, and my speakers are facing sort of, they're behind the microphone and facing like on angles away from it. Also, I don't have very much like high bass on my sub, so that'll never come through. I've also got the gain turned down as low as possible on the microphone, and even though you can't see it, it's literally just here, like right there. So, like most microphones, you're supposed to speak very closely to it. A lot of people have their microphone like over here somewhere, and they have the gain turned up very loud, in which case then it's going to pick up speaker sounds.
Somebody get me the hell out of here!
I've just got a 2.1 system. So the problem with having a surround sound, if you wanted to not, like if I would have to have speakers behind me pointing towards me, in which case then they would be pointing towards, the sound would be coming in at my microphone. And if I could hear that with my ears, then chances are that would get picked up by the speaker. Again, like I've got the microphone gain turned down, so it doesn't. He's on the other side of the wall, is he? It's really hard. You can get it to work with surround sound, but you have to have your mic sensitivity very low, and you have to be very almost like radio level, where you're getting right up into your microphone. Oh, that looks like it peaked. In which case then you have to have your microphone settings turned even further down. Did Bavati die? I didn't bring her. I said don't come. So we want to find the Clio lab key, which is probably downstairs. But that's the reason why, if you see a lot of sports broadcasters and radio, if they have a feed, they've got microphones that are really, really close to them, because they're tuned for them, like their voices to be like that close to them. That way there's very little chance of picking up any outside noise. It also means if they step away from them, like they pull them away, you've a good chance that no one else is gonna, like they're not going to be understood. Well, I want to get that guy from up here. Yeah, the weapon's degrading, need repairs, but there's no workshop bench here, and I can't repair it on the. Well, maybe there is a workshop bench on there. I do have a second weapon, that with identical mods. Laptop speakers shut off when you plug in a microphone. Yes. Unless you get a virtual mixer, like e-banana, which is free to use, and you might be able to feed the laptop speakers into that and the microphone into that separately. With 20 engineering, you can prepare away from workbenches. Hey, that might be something to look into. Oh, hang on. How do I repair now? E-banana, as in electronic banana. Voice meter is a voice meter e-banana. So you probably just Google voice meter MEETER for some reason. All right, how do I repair now? You're welcome. It might not work, but it's got an option. All right, so aha. Is he coming up here? He's just running away. Tee-hee. Panz Smart Hunter. We're so encumbered. I might take that perk for the extra 50 kilos. But then I'll probably fill that up as well. Why am I'm always encumbered in RPGs? Oh, come over near that. Come here. Oh. Is there only one perk? I don't know, man. I'll have to check it out. It might also be related to your strength, and we're not playing a very strong person. I didn't lower the strength. But yeah, I didn't take any points in it. Right, that's the way we need to go, so let's just loot everything first. Oh man, it kind of freaks me out how when you mouse over drawers and cabinets and stuff, it automatically makes the open noise. Like, makes me think like there's an enemy who's come around a corner and has seen me or something. If I put points in alteration, I can use my Skyrim skills to make the inventory weight 0. Yeah. Did you have to do that for each item, or can you just, like, is there a mod so you can en masse do it? Alright, is that the fire? So we came through here, I looked in this door and went, no thank you. and went round the other way because Pan's smart. So this is where I'm going to actually have learned, and we talked about doing the quests in a loop, right? I'm not going to. We're going to fast travel out of here and save, because yeah, only allowing saves on the ship is kind of dumb, especially when I can just run back down. I would actually like to save here. I think saving here is reasonable. I did the combat with the raptors. I did the combat with the robots. They're all separate events. Just let me save. Will you buy something from me that I don't want? What would I sell? I want to break these down. I don't want to... Oh, have I got a... I should check for a hunting rifle. That's my other one. It puts the lotion on its skin. Why can't I sell? Now that's the lab key card to let the guy out from upstairs. So I wonder if we go let him out first, or if we continue looking around down here. We can have a little look around down here first, I guess. Oh, you have to either get a skill or it's 20 hack. Okay. Alright, there's nothing else down here. I mean, there's heaps of loot, so when we say nothing else, you know, except for heaps of loot. Okay, so that would have been a different entrance. Huh, that would have been a cool entrance to come into as well. Whereas we came in from the back one. I really like that in the game, how there's, yeah, the multiple entrances. Rip out the pipes and the cable scrap. I think if a game was to do that, I would want to see a more time-consuming scrapping, and not real-time for player, or maybe a little bit real-time for player. Like maybe some, you know, not really a mini game. Nah, it's kind of weird because, you know what I mean? Like there has to be some penalty for trying to get it all. Okay, there's. This is the way to the other exit. I'm turning myself around here. I keep thinking there's 3 doors down here. That goes to where there's fire. There's a ladder just there. Was there another door? No. Okay, there wasn't another door over there. That's where I'm getting confused now. You know, like if you wanted to rip out the pipes and stuff for scrap, it would have to come with a weight. There'd have to be a time factor, which, if there's a time factor, that would affect your food and sleep meter as well. Which I think the thirst meter, the penalty kicks in far too early. Right? Like you've got to maintain super hydration. Otherwise you're suffering penalties. Yeah, and I think it would have to, like, yeah, increase your exhaustion, because you'd actually get physically tired. But it'd be cool, yeah, if there was an option to sort of, like, almost like turn it into a survival crafter type thing.
Huh? Did someone lift the lockdown?
Hang on, I'll speak to you in a second, dude. I'm just gonna meta Panz some stuff.
How the... Wait, I know you. You're responsible for the Emerald Vale fiasco. How the hell did you get in here?
Huh. First I shot the Raptidons. Then I walked up the stairs and...
No, not... I don't care about the beasts. I care about the front door. This is an egregious breach of protocol. How'd you get in?
We never found thermal paste. I think he was just asking. I didn't know if that was actually him wanting thermal paste or if it was just a passing comment. I think it's a passing comment. Oh, Anton sent me to get you. Nah, truth be told, the Raptons did most of the work on the door.
Can't use the centrifuge without supervision. Can't file reports without him double-checking their every word. Can't save myself from mortal peril.
You were locked in the room.
It's like he thinks I'm a child. His hands-on management style is coming to a point of contention, I tell you.
You're upset with it that he sent me to rescue you?
Please. That man doesn't have an altruistic bone in his body. I just happen to have the metabolic precursors from our last test. I'd wager my last bit that if you brought back the precursors and left me for dead, Anton wouldn't bat an eye.
Hand them over, let's test your theory. No, actually, that isn't quite true. He said it would look bad on him if more of his employees died.
Oh, wonderful! That's much better. I'm getting out of here so I can personally thank him for his compassion.
Alright, stay safe and get a smaller hat. This one's floating off your head. I cannot fast travel from this location, so we need to get out. I wouldn't be surprised. Like a lot of voice actors get similar game type roles.